Russ Mitchell, how are you, my friend? Welcome into the game in Tuscaloosa.
Kicking the tires, lighting the fires, brother.
All right, got a lot of them very, very, very quick today because I know you got another obligation coming up in a couple of minutes. Let's go back. LSU's big win over the Georgia Bulldogs. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, this is the one thing I worry about when it comes to Alabama, too, you know? I mean, Georgia played nobody in the first half of the year. Literally nobody. Go look at their schedule. And so if you're the first tough game, really tough game you play all year is in that hot mess of a stadium, you know, that's a really dangerous place to go play a football game. And, you know, I think Georgia, some of their weaknesses were exposed, and certainly we saw from, but, you know, if that game had been played in Georgia, it would have been LSU might still win, but a completely different situation. So very impressed with the defense. Cannot be impressed with that defense, and Joe Burrow continues to do enough to win games.
All right, let me ask you about Georgia. Do you think they bounce back? I mean, I know they got 2 weeks to think about that loss. Do you think they bounce back? I mean, is this a team that we're talking about at the end of November, early December?
They've only played one really tough opponent, and they've looked horrible, man. Everything that we were worried about this Georgia team coming into the season, right, was displayed bare on Saturday in Red Stick. So now, how much of that is Death Valley, and how much of that is the fact that they didn't play anybody up to now, and that everything that we saw them do before Saturday was just, you know, against make-believe opponents? I don't know. I mean, we really won't know. I know we're midway through the season, but the reason why it's difficult to predict is because, again, it was such a weak start to the year for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Russ, Auburn had a lot of expectations coming into this season. Have they been one of the most underperforming, maybe most disappointing teams in all of college football? I mean, we're talking about a team that may go 6-6, and we're predicted to compete for the SEC West.
Oh, compete for the SEC West, compete for a Heisman Trophy, compete for a national championship. They're on the precipice of going 1-7 in conference play, and that'll be the end. There'll be a change if that happens. All of them will be done. So, and I'm ready to call it. I think Ole Miss wins this weekend. You know, this is an Ole Miss team. I know they just lost Metcalf, and you know that's going to sting. But and he's done for the year. That takes away their most serious deep threat. But you know, if you're the Ole Miss team and you're going to lose one position, it's, you know, they got a lot of big. They don't have another Metcalf, but they got a lot of big wide receivers that they can move into that position. Look, I'm sorry, I just don't think Auburn can score enough points to keep up with Ole Miss.
All right, Russ, let's spend a little time talking about.
Wait. They couldn't score enough points to keep up with Tennessee at home. This team is going to go 1-7 in conference. Do you realize that? 1-7 in conference with that much talent on that team, because there is a lot of talent on that Auburn team. There's only one person who's ultimately responsible if this turns out to be a 1-7 season. That's Malzahn, and you got to give him a pink slip.
Well, and I've said it all week. They're talking about $32 million buyout, and they said, well, they can't afford it. I don't know if they can afford to keep him. I don't know if they can afford to keep him.
You know what?
I mean, if he goes 1-7 in the conference, good Lord.
Do you remember at the beginning of the season, before LSU started winning, right? I mean, like, or the end of that, people stopped showing up. You think you can't afford the buyout when people stop showing up to your games? You know, that then you got a serious concern.
All right, so here we go. Russ, final 2 minutes. Your thoughts on Alabama moving into this game against Tennessee? Anything that you can believe that Tennessee puts up a hurdle in front of Alabama?
Is Tua okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
don't believe all that.
Look, Auburn is a hot mess right now. They could end the season 1-7. Don't take anything that Tennessee did against Auburn in any way to reflect in any capacity. I know it's up there in Knox Vegas. If Alabama just plays its football, and there's nothing that Tennessee has that should make me think Alabama can't control this game at their will and play their style of football. Alabama should score over 45 points on this defense and easily coast to victory. Doesn't matter where this game's being played, as long as Tua is healthy.